What's up, everybody? I'm Mitch.
And I'm Dustin, and you're tuned in to the Fatmen Podcast. Welcome.
So, as usual, we're going to start out this podcast with our veteran highlight, and our veteran highlight is...
Today's veteran highlight is none other than Randy Kalber, and he is a 4-year Marine veteran. He was an E5, and so hats off and salute to you, Randy Kalber. Thank you for your service.
Hell yeah. Well, today we have a very special guest. She went from social work to muscle mama, losing over 100 pounds. She, in addition to her badassery, she also started a gym, is a trainer, started a nonprofit.
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades. So we're excited to have her here. So welcome, Natalie Murlin.
Hi, guys. I'm so excited to be here today, and thank you. I'm excited to tell you about my journey and everything that it's entailed. So thank you for having me.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you for being here.
We appreciate you coming on.
Yeah.
So start off, tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your background.
Well, I'm Natalie. I graduated with a bachelor's in criminology through ISU. And I immediately jumped into social work, and I tackled social work from every angle that you could possibly tackle it. I've worked as a service provider. I worked for the Department of Child Services. I've worked for an attorney that did family law. And then I also worked for community corrections for a period of time as well. So I really just kind of tackled it all and decided how best I could use all of those skills and all that knowledge to help people best. And so I created several different programs that span from a variety of different topics. So we've got domestic violence services, we do addiction services, we've got supervised visitation between parents, guardians, children, and then we also do home-based casework. So we offer a lot of different variety of services. And I've truly just tried to find the best way to help the most people.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, through how long have you been in this line of work altogether?
Let's see. I probably have done, I'd say about 8 years.
8 years.
About
Wow.
8 years. Yeah.
That's a lot. That's I only know because, as you know, you used to work with my mom. She does a lot of social. Well, I mean, she's a social worker, and I know the toll that it plays on her. I imagine that, through it all, there's a lot of highs and lows on the emotional scale whenever it comes to what you do. So hats off to you.
Thank you. It is very difficult. It's extremely challenging, but it's also very rewarding.
So what's your favorite part about what you do now?
I think the most exciting part about what I do now is that I get to lead so many people who are doing jobs that I have already done. I got to learn from my own mistakes while doing those jobs. I got to learn the ins and outs and how to do the job, the most efficiently, and the most accurately, to benefit the most clients and their needs. And so really, I think the most exciting part is that I get to take all of my knowledge and experience and not only create, our own programs through counseling pathways, but also to guide these people and helping people just like I did. They're just starting, they're just beginning, and they're probably going to grow into other divisions of social work and, bigger positions. And we're huge on encouraging education and encouraging our staff to continue that education if they so choose. So it's just exciting to teach people, and it's exciting to lead them. And I could not be more proud of my staff. So
That's really awesome. So
just to rewind just a little bit, what got you into this kind of work? Like, what was the deciding factor?
my mom, so we are carbon copies. So she did criminal justice, social work, very similar to what I did. And even if you look at the timeline of our lives, they are very, very similar. And so I guess I watched her do it for so long, and that's just what I know. That's what I love. And oh no, I froze.
don't worry about it. It will.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hold on, I got pop-ups. All right, there we go. And outside of fitness, which is a hobby, it's a passion, it's more than that, really. But outside of that, social work and doing what I do now as program director at Counseling Pathways is it's everything I could have imagined myself doing in a career. So
That's
it's
cool.
perfect.
So you were kind of driven to a calling of helping others altogether. Like that's because you do that not with just what you do with social work, but also with your gym Deep Roots, which we'll get into
Yes.
here shortly. So I'm excited to talk about that. But so prior to your gym is whenever you lost all the weight, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So actually, through my years of social work, I gained quite a bit of weight. I imagine why. So, you're stressed, you're coping. And I know one way that I used to cope and still do is food. And so, that weight packed on quickly. And not to mention, I was out of college. I definitely gained that freshman 15 everybody talks about. I thought that was a joke. It's not. Mine came a little bit later, but it was quick. And before I knew it, I weighed well over 225 pounds. And I was miserable. I couldn't move. I was exhausted. And it wasn't that I didn't try to lose the weight. I tried several times and I failed.
Yeah.
I would go to the gym and either get so upset and not go in, or I would go in and I would push myself and my body would almost just shut down and I would get physically ill because I was so out of shape that my body did not know what physical fitness felt like, and it went into fight or flight. And so it took just giving my body some grace and continuing to do small things, working up to those things that I used to be fully capable to do as a gymnast and as a cheerleader. And I thought I could just still do that, even though I was heavier. But I couldn't. I had to take baby steps. But I watched myself grow and I learned so much through the process. And now that I am at the weight that I am and the physical fitness level that I'm at, I could not ever imagine going back and feeling like that again.
You touched on something that I think is so common between athletes. It's common amongst military members, and we talked about this with one of the trainers that we had on here a few weeks back.
Yeah.
Is we have this mindset, that especially in the military, but also you said that you were an athlete all through school doing cheerleading and gymnastics. I'm a gymnastics guy back in the day, but we have that in our head that we still have the muscle memory where we're like, oh, we can just
You
jump
can do
right
it once, you can do it forever.
yeah, jump right back into it. And I know whenever I was at my biggest, so I had this routine that I did every single year, and it worked for me because I was younger too. But every year I would gain a whole bunch of weight, and then at PT test time I would drop weight. Give me 6 weeks, I could drop 30, 40 pounds easy. And I did the same thing that I always did. Well, whenever I got to my biggest that I ever was, 235, I thought I can do the same thing. And I just go, I had one level. It was as hard as I possibly could, and I blew my knee out like within the week. And it's because I think that we have that in our head that we're still built like that, even when we're not. And even though I'm at my best shape now, there's still things that I know that I can't do like I used to. And you'll find this out because you're only 27 right now, right?
Listen, I'm very close to 29, actually. Very close.
You're older than I thought.
I have a birthday coming up,
When's your birthday?
the 12th.
This
12th?
month?
Yes.
That's the same birthday as my son, my oldest boy.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
My
that's crazy.
brother's is the 10th, actually. So we're very close, but 4 years apart.
That's 2 days before Connor that's been coming to the gym with me. That's 2 days before his birthday too. So you guys
Aw.
are all right there.
Yeah, funny story. I have 4 kids, and 3 of them have birthdays in July. So you can imagine.
That's awesome.
I was a December baby,
I was a September baby.
a September baby.
Yeah, my parents got the freak on during the cold months.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I must have been what caused them to stay warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But so overall, how much weight have you you lost altogether since starting this journey, and how long did it take you to, like, from whenever you first jumped into this to now?
So it's it's a little difficult because there is a point where you get so heavy that you stop looking in the mirror and you
Hmm.
stop weighing yourself. So I can't tell you how large I was because I don't know. But I know that the last time I weighed myself, I was 225. And I have to assume I gained at least another 10 pounds. So I would say that I've probably lost anywhere from 87 to 95 pounds. Which
That's still
it
a
was
hell of an accomplishment.
and
That's
it was
awesome.
not linear. You know what I mean? I learned so much about weight loss by tracking those numbers. As hard as it was to watch, my
Hmm.
body had a pattern in that weight loss. So it took me about, I'd say it probably took me about a year to a year and a half to fully lose the weight. And then that next 6 months from there was fully just maintaining.
So how long have you
Um,
been in this?
mm, 3 or 4 years.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's
3
awesome.
or 4 years in the terms of, um, weightlifting. Um, of course, I did sports. I was a cheerleader, and I tumbled for years, years. So from the time I was 4 years old on, until I literally had to go to college. So, and be an adult and do adult things. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but weightlifting became a passion, and it's not something I ever thought I would be good at. It's not something that the world advertises women doing, and it's not something that the world thinks women are capable of either. So it's just kind of nice to feel like you're pushing past the glass ceiling that the world has set for
Right.
you or women in general too.
Now, with that being said, so there's one thing that I keep hearing, and as a woman, as a trainer, as being somebody that's been lifting for as long as you've been lifting, put this to bed. Just because you lift weights does not mean you're going to get big and masculine, does it?
No,
That was the
no.
first question that Maddie asked when she came
Yes.
to the
Like,
Wednesday workouts.
how hard is it to, like, those people that those? I mean, let's face it, we're built different. It's harder for women to, like, put on all that muscle unless they're being intentional about it. Like, unless they're
100%.
like, it doesn't
100%.
just happen because you lift some
No.
dumbbells.
You
I've
can
seen-
eat your body weight in protein and you're still not gonna gain mass size.
I've seen some women that are bigger than me, and it took a lot of work for them to get there.
Yeah.
Like a lot of work.
And a lot of those
Not
women,
just showing up every once
those,
in
a
a
lot
while.
of those women
No.
bodybuilders, like, they're open that, like,
Yeah.
they shoot up to
They
be-
eat 6-7 meals a day, and they're taking gear, and
They're taking
their
testosterone
calorie
and-
intake is astronomical. Their protein intake's through the roof. Like, it takes a lot of work to get big as a female.
But lifting weights is one of the best ways to lose weight.
Yes.
Yeah, it
And
really is.
It's like, for me, you know this by now. I am not a runner. Like, that's not that shit is not for. She was making.
You run better than I do.
So, real quick, funny story. I took one of her strength classes, and I know I've told you this, but it was apparent where my strengths were and where my strengths were not. And so she's over here giggling in the corner because anytime we would do abs, you can tell that I don't ever do abs, and we're doing stuff, and I'm like, for the love of God. And she's over there. She's like, Mitch, I can't even work out because I'm laughing so hard at you. It was ridiculous. But her class was no joke.
That's funny.
But yeah, if you're not big into the cardio or whatever, not saying you shouldn't do cardio. It's just not my thing. Lifting weights has been, like, it's been the changing point for me.
Yeah, it was the changing point for me. It's something that I'm not sure that I'll ever give up. And I've had to learn the different levels and the different extremes. I've been the person that went 3 times a week. I've been the person that went 5 times a week. And I've been the person that was 7 days a week and thought that it was not okay to have a rest day, which, by the way, that's inaccurate. So don't get me started. But, now I just kind of do physical fitness activities that I enjoy. Like, I learned that it didn't have to be just weightlifting. It didn't have to be just running. I didn't have to follow this exact routine just to be healthy. I could just be physically active and mindful of my consumption and my nutrition, and I could be perfectly fine just doing that.
Move your body.
Yeah, move your body.
Movement's key.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, and like that's one thing that like, and I know I've talked to you about this, and I've talked to Kalen, talked to him. One thing that like we're discovering, because as you know, we're still figuring shit out. Hence the podcast, so we can learn more. But we're finding out more and more that fitness looks different for everybody. And so just finding what works for you. And
Everybody's different. Yeah.
one thing that, and I know that I've talked to you about this too, but one thing that I want to do is I want to find all these different workout classes or whatever, like we had talked about, trying to find a gymnastics class or whatever.
Yeah.
And, I just think it would be fun, even if we suck at it, even if we look like fools doing it.
I'm gonna look stupid as hell doing it, but I'm down for
But
it.
we want to try everything from, kickboxing to Zumba. I don't give a shit.
Mostly, I want to show up and do the bungee class with y'all because I can tell you now, I'm gonna look like a fucking flailing whale up there on those bungees, but it's gonna be fun.
I can imagine your Hulk body just flying around the room, and I'm sorry, but that stuff is so comical.
I mean, I know it's not going to happen, but do you know how fucking hilarious it would be as if I was doing one of those Superman things and the bungee just snapped and I went flying like.
So
Listen, you are a big man, but I promise you,
I know,
those
it won't.
bolts in that ceiling hold way more than you, Mr.
Yeah,
Hulk.
I'm sure they do. I'm just saying it'd be funny if the bungee snapped and I just kept going. Like
she said that, or was it you or Kaylin said that Evan Moore had done the bungee class, and he said that it was like he was sore for like the next week after.
No, I'm sure.
It was no joke.
definitely
And
was fun.
additional to your muscle soreness, you have the soreness of the harness that
oh yeah.
does come with it. So I'm sure he was sore for a
I'm
while.
gonna layer up. Like,
That is suggested. That is suggested.
I'm gonna look like Ralphie from A Christmas Story.
And honestly, like we talk about the harness discomfort so much. Like we are so blunt and honest about it. But I promise people, like, take 3 classes.
It
Take
can't be any
3
worse than the harnesses
classes.
from the military.
And you're gonna bruise. You're gonna bruise your first time. You're probably gonna bruise your second time. But after your 3rd time, I promise you no longer bruise. I don't
I know that-
bruise.
I want to try it. So that's the bad thing is every time that we've talked about doing it, and we need to just make the time. and
Yeah,
come
we
up
need to
with it.
just set up a date and be like, okay, this is the day we're going. This is what time we're going, and just show the fuck up because
Mitch pretends like he and everyone else doesn't have like 50 things going that we've all signed ourselves up for.
Yeah.
He acts
You
like
don't-
he's just not doing it.
and see, we're polar opposites because my schedule is empty as shit. I don't have an excuse.
And you know me,
My
I'm
excuse
busy-
is just I don't want to do it.
I'm busy all the time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, me too.
But the thing is in reality, most things, not all things, most things, if I really want to do it, I can adjust my
make time
schedule.
for it, yeah.
That's usually what I have. That's what I have to do. When you got a busy life, you got to make it work, or you're not going to do it.
I always say, I'll squeeze it in.
Yep. You're like,
Yeah.
how much can I squeeze in here?
Yeah,
One way or another.
yeah,
Make
I'll
it work.
squeeze it in.
So, since we started talking about the bungee classes and all that stuff, we'll kind of jump into it. So you own a gym called Deep Roots Fitness,
Yes.
and how did that come along? How long have you had Deep Roots Fitness, and what are you most excited about whenever it comes to your gym?
So, Deep Roots Fitness was never something that I created in my head. It was not something I'm like, man, I would just kill to open a bungee studio. You know, that was not something that popped through my mind at all. But my mom had opened her counseling practice, which is Counseling Pathways. And when she opened it, she started in this small little house on 7th Street. And it was just her and maybe 1 or 2 other therapists. And she quickly grew. And so when she was looking for another building, she stumbled across the building that we're in now. And she had this open space in the back that was just cement ground, cement walls, ugly, dreary. And it used to be, I think, an oxygen storage place for the medical center. And anyway, she said, please just do something with it. I don't know what you're going to do, but please just do something with it. And I was postpartum. So that's kind of why I was so crazy and thought that it was just some great idea to do. But I was pretty fresh postpartum, and I said, okay, I'm going to think of it. And I really wanted to open a gym, right? That's where my true passion is to open up a gym with not to not include bungees. I want to include bungees. I want to include the weight equipment. I want to be able to include all different types of fitness activities in a gym. But I knew I had to start somewhere. Obviously, you've got your Anytime Fitness, you've got your Planet Fitness, you've got other gyms here locally, not to mention your surrounding counties and the gyms that are there. So I was like, what can I do that is different and that still promotes physical fitness, health, gets people active, but most important, I wanted to give some people a place to belong. I remembered as soon as I was postpartum, I remembered how hard it was going into a public gym. You have no confidence. You don't know who's going to be there. Maybe there's going to be lots of people. What if my form's not very good and they recognize that and they think I'm crazy? All kinds of things go through your head. And I just thought, what if I could give people a place that they'd be comfortable, that they'd be excited to come to, that would build a community of friends and peers that support them. And TikTok, while you're postpartum, you're scrolling. And I saw bungees and I saw bungee fitness and I thought, there's nothing like that here.
Yeah.
And I did it. I did all my research, which was quite complicated because bungee fitness, especially, a year and a half ago when I opened, bungee fitness was not a huge thing. And few places did it. There was a great deal of research that had to go into it, but I figured it out. And I purchased all the equipment and I said full send. And I got my family to help me paint the walls. My dad and I laid the flooring ourselves.
That's awesome.
The little mirrors that are up there are just cheap Walmart mirrors that we all hung together to make look fancy. We really tried to make this place special. It does have some pretty cool lighting. We spent a great deal of time and effort in the lighting and how to place them with the bungees and everything like that and still give it a cool vibe. So the lighting is something that we put a great deal of consideration into as well. But we've grown so much more. I just thought this place was going to be a bungee fitness place, and it's so not just bungee fitness anymore. So it's super exciting. We've gone through a lot of different phases of different classes that we've offered, which is the purpose. That's when I opened, I said, I'll do what the people want. If the community wants something, if they need a certain day, if they need a certain time schedule, I'm going to do what they need because that's why I'm opening this. It's not for me. I'm proud of it, but it's not for me at all. It's for everybody else out there that doesn't have a place that they feel like they really belong and enjoy going to be physically fit and active with others. So, we've done yoga, we've dabbled in spin, and I'm going to be real. They were not our niches. And that's totally okay. There's other places, in Terre Haute that offer great spin and yoga. I think you have Hope Cycling Center that opened around the same time as us, and they are super big and they focus in spin. I've heard great things about them. And then of course you have your Terre Haute yoga places, like Common Ground and places like that. So we skipped past those after a while and focused more so on the bungee and the different types of styles of bungee. And then we figured out what people liked best. So we narrowed it down. But then we added weights and then it got exciting. And I can't even begin to express the excitement and how much our strength classes have grown, to see the different types of people, the different levels of fitness coming together, um, just people giving themselves a chance, being proud of their body and what it's able to accomplish, not judging it based off of what others are lifting or how much they can lift or how many reps they can do. They're just proud of what they did.
Yeah.
And I feel like our strength class really kind of lets them do that. So yeah, we've got tons of new things that we're currently working on, and we just added TRX straps, and we're adding personal training, and we've got a bunch of new equipment in the back. So we're just getting started.
I
That's
know
awesome.
that. So I've taken your strength class a few times, and I try to get over there whenever I get a chance. Usually on Saturdays, but
Yeah.
what I expected it to be versus what it was were two different things, and I was nervous in the fact that it was out of my comfort zone. It's not the kind of working out that I do. It's a lot of HIIT training, and it just. I was like, okay, does my body still do this? Which we found out that some things my body doesn't do. But,
There's a lot of things.
Not
But-
glute or ab focused.
yeah, we're working on that though. But,
Yeah.
but one thing that I will say is, especially being like the only man that was in the class for one of them. Your husband was in one of the classes too. But like I was like, I'm gonna look like a weirdo here or whatever. It was very chill. It was everybody was super nice there, and like you said, it wasn't there wasn't ego, and like it's not like you're ego lifting or anything there. It's just you figure out what your body can do and you do it, and it was surprisingly like that first class. I told Kaylin, I was like, I was sore all the way through Wednesday, and I took that class on Saturday. So that Saturday,
He was too. He came to the gym like
I was
several
like,
days
no
later.
legs,
And he
no
was like, "We're not
legs.
doing legs today. Please tell me we're not doing legs."
For the love of God.
That's funny.
I remember I messaged you and you were like, glad, I hope it hurts. Hell,
Yeah,
or
I was
hope
like, I hope you can't walk.
yeah, that's what you said. But no, it was such a fun experience, and I really enjoy the environment that your gym has, and it's
Thank you.
definitely it's different than other gyms that I've been to, and so I think that you're definitely onto something. I like that you said that it's about bringing a community together for the people that don't belong. You know very well that's
our forte.
that's our whole
what we
entire
do.
thing. We it being one single dad, but two dads that are in their middle age that struggled with our weight through our whole life. We understand that not fit in the mold, and wanting to bring people along on this journey to kind of show them that, hey, there's a place for you. That you don't have to be this top-notch athlete. You can just watch us on our journey and come along with us.
Yep.
And so, yeah, I connect with.
Just realize that we're a couple of schmucks trying to do the best we can.
Yep.
It's that simple.
I think there's so many misconceptions when it comes to fitness and fitness classes. People think that if it's a strength class or if it's a weights class, that it's going to be so hard and there's no way they could lift that and there's no way they could finish that. But, our strength class goes in minute bouts typically. And you do as much as you can. If you can only do 15 reps, that's fine. If you can do it for the whole minute, that's great. And if you need to switch halfway and switch your sides a couple times, that's okay too. It's about putting forth the effort and being proud of yourself. So yeah, there's a lot of different misconceptions. We've talked about the cost of eating healthy, the misconception on the fact that eating healthy is expensive. Can it be? 100%. Does it have to be? No, absolutely not.
I like that. Now, one thing I will say. So I don't know if you know this about me. I'm very competitive. I have a competitive.
No.
Really?
Really? I'd have never guessed. Yeah.
Never caught on to that.
And whenever like Kaylin comes to the gym, for anybody that's watching, she was our first guest. So if you go back and watch through the podcast, you can check out Kaylin. She was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But
She's great.
yeah, she's awesome. Well,
She's a turd. Tell her I said that if she's still there.
She is a turd, but she's great. She's a great turd.
Yeah, she's the best turd there is.
Yeah.
But so whenever she comes and lifts with us, she's always competitive, and every time that she puts a weight on, like just to be a dick, I'll put like just a little bit more on, and she's like, "How many did you do?" And I'll lie to her and tell her that I did.
You do the same
more,
shit with me, though.
I do the same shit. I do that in general. It's
He's
because I'm
done
an
that
asshole.
to me before too on the freaking leg press.
Every time we do an exercise, she's like, "How many reps did you do?" And I'm like, 12. He was like,
You
I'm
motherfucker.
gonna do 13.
Yeah, he always says to me.
When
He's
we-
like, "How many reps did you do?" I'm like, 12. He's like, "You motherfucker."
Well, when we were in that class, she was like, "How many medicine ball slams can you do in a minute?" I was like, "How many can you do?" And she said, 34. I was like, "Bet." I made it to 20, and I thought I was gonna die. She's just hammering away, and I was like, "Oh man, I'm not." She's built like a different kind of demon. I'll tell you.
I
that.
would like to add that I think our ball slam is now up to 35.
I'm gonna have to
Really?
come there and not show anybody up.
I think you'd be impressed with yourself. I
think
do.
you would.
Maybe. I don't know. My stamina sucks balls, though. That's all I'm saying. I have zero
Honestly,
stamina.
our strength class is what has built my stamina. I mean, outside of running, obviously, I've been running as well. But, that strength class used to whoop my butt to no end. And I mean, I was struggling. And now it's just another day. Don't get me wrong, I'm sore. But it's built up my stamina a lot. And Kaylin and her competitiveness, just similar to yours, is definitely something that has built up my stamina because she has pushed me past so many glass ceilings that I set for myself. I had no idea my body was as capable as I do now. And so Kaylin's a huge part of my fitness currently. Everybody's always on a fitness journey, so I'm still currently on mine.
As are we.
And deep roots. She is such a huge piece of deep roots that I could not even begin to tell her how thankful I am. I tell her all the time, but I don't think she realizes I mean it.
Oh, she's a badass. And,
Yeah,
and
an
I
animal.
Yeah, I love how supportive she is of. Oh, well, one, she works there too.
She
as a
works her
trainer.
ass off there, from
And-
what I can see. All the videos that she posts on Facebook, I watch them all the time, and she works her ass off of there. at Deep
She
Roots.
teaches a majority of our classes.
Yeah, I'm not saying
That's
like
really
works
cool.
her ass off just for herself. I'm saying for Deep Roots,
Mm-hmm.
teaching and stuff. She does a lot.
Yeah, and I'm
I
so
mean-
proud of her too. She just got her certifications for
Yes.
to be a nutritionalist.
Yes, she
and,
did.
And then
Certified personal trainer and
certified
nutritionist.
personal trainer.
I'm so proud of
That's
her.
awesome.
She set out to do that, and I was like, Kaylin, you're awesome. Like, it wasn't just enough to say, hey, I'm a killer trainer at Bungee Fitness. She was like, here, let me help more people. And then she went for that nutrition, and she went for that personal training certification. And when she got both of those, I literally was so proud of her. And she immediately came to me and she was like, okay, what are we going to do now? And I was like, oh, we're going to just get started. We're
Mhm.
just getting started. There's so many things we're going to do together that are going to be able to help people not only with their physical fitness, but truly with, I think, their mental health, because they are tied together.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's very
You can't
exciting.
have one without the other.
No,
They're
you can't.
completely intertwined.
hmm
You know, I did find out that the GI Bill will pay for that NASM certification.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's fucking
Okay,
badass.
well, there's other programs that will pay. For that.
ISSA, NASM, either or.
There's other programs through the National Guard that will pay for certifications specifically that doesn't even touch your GI Bill. So then you still have your GI Bill to use whatever the fuck you want.
That's only if you're still in there, right?
Nope.
Look at this knowledge you're sharing.
Hear me
Yeah.
roar.
So,
Rawr.
any of you guys that are watching, if you're a veteran, there are so many resources out there for you guys to get your education and all that stuff. So, if that's something that you're interested in, and you would like I don't have all the answers, but if you would like us to find somebody that specializes in that, I have a whole
We
slew
have
of people
people.
that
Oh.
they're experts in it. So, put in the comments if that's something that you would be interested in to have more information. Let us know, and we'll definitely get somebody on the podcast
Seriously.
for that. But no, I think that it's really cool what you're doing, and I through all of this, you not only are like you said, you work for Counseling Pathways, you run a gym, you're a mom, you're a wife, and you also started a nonprofit on top of all of that shit too.
I did
So-
do that.
So can you tell us a little bit about your nonprofit?
So I do not want to take all credit for this non-for-profit, although I am putting a good amount of work into this. and definitely a lot of my emotion and effort into it. I have a lot of different team members that are joining me. They're on the board of the committee. It's called the Wabash Valley Coalition. And there's several different things we want to do for this with this non-for-profit. So one of the big things that we're currently talking about and pushing is the clothing closet. And so we would like to accept and build donations to be able to provide children and potentially even women with clothing. We would like to target families that are currently involved with the Department of Child Services or involved with a service provider receiving some sort of home-based casework or supervised visitation or fatherhood engagement or something like that. Um, and also foster families as well. So I'm not sure if they're still around. There used to be a resource that did something similar to this, and it was called Borrowed Hearts, I believe. And so that's kind of where I got the idea from. And I hadn't heard about it. I didn't even know if it was still existing. I still don't. So we just started accepting donations, and I hung up the shelves and the clothes racks myself, so nobody leaned on them. And one did fall, but don't worry, I had my husband redo them because it's fine. So yeah, we are still accepting donations. It has to be by appointment only. And the intention is that a service provider or a DCS worker or the foster family brings lets us know the sizes and when they would like to come. And we'll have those sizes ready, and then they can bring the kids, and the kids get to pick out anywhere from 3 to 5 outfits if the sizing is available, which we would obviously check when they message us for an appointment. And maybe even shoes, if there's shoes available. We'd like to be able to provide those diapers, those wipes, those bathing essentials and care essentials for babies. And then we're even trying to build a supply of women's clothing because you would not believe how many women are homeless or in a domestic violence situation or in their substance use journey. Unfortunately, there's so many women that lack the necessities that we take for granted every day. And so I just kind of want to give back to the community, and I think about all the clothing that people throw out all the time. And I'm guilty of it myself. And I just thought there's no reason to do that. That's so wasteful. So we're building that, and I hope it flourishes. It's very much in the ground. So we are working its way up, but it is building.
Well, it sounds like a really awesome and noble cause. So
Yeah.
for people who want to either donate to you or potentially partner with you, because I'm sure there's lots of other groups out there that would love to get involved with yours and partner with you guys, or anybody that even is looking for the donations that needs to take advantage of these kind of things, how would they get a hold of you?
So they can contact Counseling Pathways at 812-243-9954. And they can say that they have a donation for the non-for-profit or the Wabash Valley Coalition. And they can schedule a time for drop-off, and we'll meet them and gather their items from them and go from there.
Are there any limitations on what they're allowed to donate?
We just ask that it's gently used or new clothing because we know a lot of bigger companies and schools, they like to donate, newer clothing or new clothing that they've bought elsewhere. But gently used clothing is fine. We're taking sizes for all kids of all ages, all women of all sizes. And so shoes are good. Again, gently used. I'd say no stuffed animals. If you're going to donate toys and things like that, just no stuffed animals. Unfortunately, because we have to think about environments and where they come from and things like that.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's really awesome, cool. And I think that's a just an amazing cause that you guys are doing. And like we said, if you want to get be a part of her nonprofit, the Wabash Valley Coalition, get a hold of her. All the help that
We
they
have
can
a
give you.
Facebook page too.
Oh, check. We'll make sure that we put the link in the description for this as well. So go check her out.
And a website.
That is awesome. Well, we'll put all your information in, and make sure. Please go check her out, because that's an amazing thing. And if there's anything that we can do with our platform to help you guys,
Definitely.
we are 100%.
We'll be glad to try to help push it out there.
Absolutely. We're going to offer some other different resources. We'd like to start offering parenting classes and some different trainings for service providers and other court officials and social workers. So we're working on a variety of different trainings and different events that are going to be able to help us help the community. We want to be able to provide pack and plays for every parent that, completes a safe sleep course, or provide a car seat for every parent that completes the car seat training, or, different things like that. So we're still working on ideas and how to make them come to life, but it's definitely in the works.
That's cool.
One thing that you had talked about that I thought was just the coolest idea for to work with your foundation is you had talked about doing kind of like a Wabash Valley Tough Mudder type thing through Deep Roots and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, that would be
And
badass.
I think that would be really awesome if when you decide to do that. Like I said, we're
You got to give me
1,000%
advance
down.
notice so I can train for that shit, because
Oh, yeah.
let's face it.
Okay. Well, listen, I mean, you could sign up for the Tough Mudder, Dustin. There's one in Indiana in August. I'm just
I know.
saying.
I know.
I
We
can't do it
would
'cause
be
I've
happy
gone
to
through
have
Bill.
you.
Yeah.
I've
Oh.
contemplated it, but I've got a lot of work to do before I get
Come
there.
on,
so.
that would be so badass.
How about this? If we how many likes on this video would it take for you to do the Tough Mudder?
I don't want to be too extreme, but if we could get 5,000 likes on this video, I'll do it.
You'll do it.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
if I can't do it because I'll be gone with the army, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
if you want to see him doing the Tough Mudder with the Deep Roots,
I'll wear the
people,
GoPro. You'll see me the whole time.
hell yeah.
I'll be there.
Like this video, we need to get 5,000 likes on this, and he'll do it. So help us do this. All you have to do is just press that little like button.
Just 5,000 likes and ruin me. That's all it is.
yeah.
And ruin me.
Ruin me.
Are you gonna be miserable the whole time?
Probably, but I'm still going to
It's
do it.
so much
I-
fun.
Well,
I'm anxious to push myself to see how far I can go before I actually die. So
Well, you know how to get through to him too, right? You have to call him a bitch. You have to degrade him the whole entire time.
I don't have the head.
Oh, hold on a second.
Give me just a second. I'll grab these.
He made the so our number one rule is don't be a bitch, right?
Yes.
So he showed me. Hey, mine's right over here.
I can't tell you how many times you've yelled that at me at the gym.
Don't be a bitch.
Yeah,
Come on,
don't
get
be a
that
bitch.
shit up. So look what he showed me. He made these.
So I had these made. They say they're sweatbands. You know, the kind that Kaylin kind of wears sometimes.
Yeah.
It says the Fatman on it, and it says, "Don't be a bitch"
Yeah.
on the outside of it.
How awesome is that?
Here,
That's
hang on.
definitely your guys' saying.
Yeah. Well, because our other sayings, I don't know if it would print well.
I don't think anybody would print those.
Our number 2 rule is never fuck your gym partner, but he always says always fuck your gym partner.
That's right.
But I
I don't
didn't
know
walk.
the things I hear about you and Dustin.
Well, after the last time, I didn't walk right for a week, so I mean, I didn't walk out of there with the same skip I
There we
walked
go.
in.
I don't know if it's on straight or not, but
Our number 3 rule
Love
is can't
Don't
is
be
for
a bitch.
cunts, so we can't put that on
what's
there.
that?
Can't is for cunts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
What today? It was hot. Okay.
But yeah,
They just
I thought.
got done running.
Oh yeah,
Oh, fuck that.
that sounds terrible. Hey, I'm
What's
talking
up?
about Kaylin. Here she is. Hey,
Hey, there's Maddie.
what's up? It's part of our Fat Man crew.
That's right.
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
and like we said before, since you've been to our Wednesday workouts, all 3 of you are now officially a Fat Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really are though.
As weird as that sounds, and as much as you hate to be, you're a Fat Man.
We are proud fat men.
That's right.
I've told you what Fat Man stands for, right?
I think so. Ooh, and I actually read it on one of your pictures. I bet few people actually fully read it.
Oh, so yeah.
What are you
so-
trying to say?
I'm just saying, I
I'm just-
doubt
I'm
few
just
people
kidding, I'm
actually
just
read
kidding.
it.
Well,
I'm
if
teasing.
you guys don't know, Fat Man stands for fuck around and train, maintain discipline, adapt and overcome, and never quit. That's what Fat Man stands for.
That's right.
So Fat Men for life. But no, we're really excited that you guys started coming to our Fat Man Wednesdays and talking about that.
It's our favorite part of the week, I swear.
Oh, it's one of mine too.
It's our favorite part of the
Wednesdays
week
are
too.
definitely my favorite days of the week because of the people that show up on Wednesdays. Not only because of the dodgeball, because it's fun, let's face it, but just having everybody there and changing things up and working out with different people. It's a blast.
So
Just hanging out with good people, having a good time.
if you guys don't know,
We love it.
Every Wednesday we do we our Fat Man Wednesday workouts, and it's we get the Fat Man community together. We've had anywhere between 8 and we had 17 people show up. We all lift, and then we go and play a nice friendly game of dodgeball.
Yeah, super friendly.
Yeah.
Not competitive whatsoever.
I never got hit in the dick or in the face multiple times.
That's right.
I
Not one.
think
And
I have lost every time, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.
Nope.
No,
you guys,
we won the first time.
Yeah,
The
but
team that
you
I've
guys
been
were
on
stacked
every time
against
has
us.
lost.
Well, I mean, that's a given.
It's not fair. You guys got Ryan. He's like fucking the Flash.
No, she was on our team.
Yeah, but the other team had Ryan.
I know.
Oh,
Dude's
yeah.
the Flash.
I
He's
was-
fucking
he is
ridiculous
quick.
fast.
I
He
was
is quick.
I was surprised how good he
Yeah.
really like. And not only is he quick, but man, he launches those sons of bitches too.
He's got like a curveball to him.
Let's talk
so they're
about our
hard to-
two
they're hard-
little
yeah.
our two little killers on that team.
Oh yeah.
They are so funny.
Yeah.
So
Dude, she got the I think it's the youngest one. She got so mad at me the last time because when she was yelling at you about something, I took the ball
No.
and I donked her in the head with it, and she turned around and screamed at me. She was like, "I'm just a kid."
how that happened was she was taunting Natalie and saying, "Come over here, come closer, come
Yeah.
closer." And I snuck up right behind her, and I
What is
just launched the ball, and I got her out, and she looked at me like she could kill me. And so then she went and ran her lap, and she was like, "You get over here, push-up man," because she did our push-up competition, and her and her
Yeah.
sister won. But
I
she was
love
like,
their
"Get over here."
shirts.
Yeah.
I love them too.
That's awesome.
But she was like, "Get over here, push up, man!" And just as soon as I got over there, he came around me and launched the ball. And if looks could kill, they would have taken him out. It was so funny.
Oh, it
She's
was
got
great,
a
dude.
vendetta against me. And I call myself pretty privileged. That must mean I'm pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's right.
but I love that. I love that we literally have people from all ages there. From I think I don't know how. I think they're like 8, 9, 10 years
7,
old.
8, maybe that's
Yeah,
what I was
something like
thinking.
that.
Yeah.
So from that age and to all the way up to who's our oldest?
Me. Fuck you.
Are you the oldest?
You're an old man.
Yeah. I'm 42.
Yeah. So we have people from like all different ages, and it's just it's a lot of fun. I've just had a blast. You are an old fuck.
I am. I'm a grandpa. Well, not really, but
Yeah.
I'm grandpa age damn
Justin
near.
said you're a turd, by the way, Kaylin. Yep. The best turd we've
Right.
ever met, though.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh my god.
My favorite thing that she would do when we would have her lifting in the gym, she's like, "Mitch, I'm just a girl. I
And
don't
that's
give a
always
shit.
that's always her bullshit excuse. I'm just a girl.
I don't give a shit. Get out there and do. You
I
got
don't
this."
care. Bench press more than me. Shut up.
Talking about that, I'm really proud of you because since you've came to our lifting sessions with us, when you first started, you were like, "I can't do that. I haven't done that. That's the most I've." And I think I'm pretty sure you had a PR like the last time.
Yeah.
I did have a PR, and I had not lifted heavy since before I was pregnant. So I was unsure of how much I was capable of doing. But you guys definitely supported me in it, which is killer. And not a lot of people like support women, especially lifting heavy. By the way, just because you lift heavy, it's not going to make you look bulky either.
No.
that yeah, you guys definitely supported me, and so I've been able to push my limits, and I'm also very competitive.
Yeah.
If you haven't gathered, and so when I lift with you guys, I have I have some I have some goals to push. Okay.
Yeah.
I will
Um.
say I think every one of us are competitive.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I
To an
did
extent, yeah.
kill you guys in some hip thrusts, though. I would just
Oh,
like to
fuck
add,
me.
I annihilated you all.
Yeah, you did.
That
I
was
was
such a new movement for everybody, and I annihilated.
so I definitely underestimated the
I'm
difficulty
asking for a rematch. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair. I'm totally down.
because like for me, like I'm like I have pretty strong legs, like in other leg exercises, but whatever. I don't. How much did she put on? How much did you put on there? 245.
It was
I have
two.
no
I think
idea.
the most we did was 250.
Well, I was like, I can do this shit easy. Oh my god! I messaged you again like the next day. I'm like, oh, I'm dying here.
We're going up to 350 next time.
Okay. Let's do
I'm
it.
not.
Let's do it.
I definitely
I'll max
realized
out.
that. I
I don't even know what my max is. That's the thing.
I don't
'Cause
either on those.
I've never tried to max on those because I've never really done it. So it's a learning experience for both of us, I guess.
Your
Jim
maxes are
Kardashian,
different
right?
though. Like
Yeah, I'm Jim Kardashian. I don't really need to work the glutes to start. So my wife calls me Jim Kardashian all the time. She says I got that ass from, outer space or whatever.
But there's a
I
difference
call you
between
the whole-
size and strength. There is
Huh?
a difference between size and strength.
What are you trying to say?
Just
You trying to
'cause-
say my fat ass is weak?
No, I'm saying that just because you got a big old ghetto booty,
got a dump
doesn't,
truck.
doesn't
Yeah.
mean you can't work it.
Oh yeah,
He works it. He,
I will.
he works it all the
on
time.
Saturdays.
oh my.
Have you seen him? So we were doing pit sharks. It's the funniest that pit shark squats.
I about broke my
as
hip.
he's
dude.
as he's doing going down for the squat, he does one of. It does one of those. I have
I
it on,
about broke my hip.
I have
trying
it on video.
No, I
Do you
have
still-
not
do you still
ever
have it?
seen you do that.
Do you still have that?
I still have that video.
Oh,
I'll have
that's
to. I'll have to send you the video. It's
Can we just plug it in right here and just so
Here's-
everybody to see? Just
here's the video of him
don't forget to plug it this time.
shaking what his
Because
mama
I don't-
gave him. I feel like you've done that. You've done that squat plenty of times before in your life. That's the gayest thing you've ever done. How did that go again? Well, I got it on video for what it's worth.
I don't recall what it was. I think it was when we did the interview with Kelly. You were like, "Oh, we'll post her pictures here," and you never did.
Oh yeah, I do that sometimes. I'm like, here's the pictures, and I go
They
like
don't-
that, and
then
there's nothing.
Yeah, then we watch the podcast over after it airs, and there's nothing there, and then we're like, "Fuck."
So
I could definitely
Actually,
I could definitely see
actually
you forgetting
post
that shit.
Post the video.
Yeah.
Not because I want everybody to see it, but because you said you were going to.
It'd be pretty funny though.
It would be funny.
So I need to monetize that video.
You
So
could.
since
I doubt it.
since you
People would
started
pay to get it off the internet.
for somebody that started coming to our Fatmen Wednesdays, what would you? So like our big goal, like we said, is to just build a good community of supportive people that are like-minded. The people that never really belonged anywhere, they belong here with us, you know. And what would you say to somebody that maybe was nervous? Would this be a good place to start coming out? And,
It's more than a good place to start. It's more than a good place because it's like you said, we have people of all ages. We've got males, we've got females, we've got different people that show up every week. We have people of all different fitness levels, all different sizes. And so truly, I just think it's a great place to start. I've never felt such a sense of community. I mean, obviously, Deep Roots provides such a big sense of community, but the Fat Man Project is different because you're not just doing one type of fitness with the Fat Man Project. You're just moving your body. We're playing dodgeball. We're lifting weights. We're running. Well, everybody but you two, mostly. And so, we're really just kind of having fun. And it's like I said earlier, you have to find physical activities that you enjoy, and things that make you happy and make you feel good and make your body feel good. So, if you don't know where to start, the Fat Man Project is it. And you're never going to find a more supportive group. And I know me personally, I will always welcome any new member with open arms. And I can't wait to teach you all that I have learned through my journey, and just kind of knock some of the hardness off of doing a fitness journey. It's not easy. We're not going to pretend it's easy, but it can be fun.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I always say that working out can suck sometimes, but it sucks a lot less whenever you're with good people.
Hmm. And I just always tell people, like, truly, they're like, oh, but I love food. That's something you hear the most. I love food. Well, me too. And you know how you get to eat more food? You
Just
work
be
out.
more active.
You
Yeah,
be
that's
more
right.
'Cause
active. The more active you are, the more you get to eat.
I always say
the
we.
more muscle you get, the higher your metabolism
That's
is.
right.
It takes more for your body to maintain that
That's
weight,
right.
so you can eat a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get
100%.
strong, you can
That's
eat
my
more
excuse.
shit. Yeah.
He be shoving like 7 pounds of hamburger down at
It was
once.
chicken.
Chicken,
it's
my
all
bad.
chicken. Yeah.
Oh,
And it was
still
5
7 pounds.
when we
5
when we
pounds either
filmed,
way.
so when we filmed our movie, The Drowning in Echoes, I'm not kidding. He sat down for lunch and he ate an entire rotisserie chicken.
I could kill a rotisserie chicken.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I could too. But
Yeah.
I felt bad because we were all eating pizza.
I was doing the carnivore diet at the time. So they were all eating pizza and having cookies and drinking pop and shit, and I'm over here with an ice water and a rotisserie chicken.
He's sitting there eating it, looking at us like, you motherfuckers.
I think I would have chosen the pizza. I'm not gonna lie.
I was actually proud of myself.
I was
had
really proud
good
of him.
willpower, and I stuck it out for about 4 months, and then I got my umbilical hernia, and then it all went to shit.
Well, not all the shit. You still can lift more than anybody.
He-
That you see in a general public. So
Yeah, that's
Fair.
speculative.
You're still doing good.
Yeah, I'm trying.
We're getting at it.
We're getting there. I'm not
Yep.
perfect, but
Yeah.
I'm not where I. The biggest point is I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be.
Mhm.
That's all that matters. I'm not in competition with anybody but myself. All I'm trying to do is be better than I was yesterday,
And I think a lot of
and
people,
that's how everybody should be.
they chase they think that they have to be perfect at this whole thing. Not a one of us are perfect
Oh,
at
dude, I
it. How many
fucked up
times
so
have you
many
fucked
times.
up on your fitness journey, but you just got back on it?
I have fucked up so many times on fitness, on my diet, on just the mental aspects of it. I have fallen down more times than I can recall. But the only difference between me and the people who stop is I didn't stop.
Yeah.
I kept going.
You just got to keep pushing
Just
on.
got to keep pushing, as they say at the Diner Podcast. Keep
Yeah.
pushing.
People ask how you do it, and I'm like, you just do it. And I know
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
crazy, and I know that's not helpful advice. But you just do it, because one day you wake up and you want it bad enough, or you don't want what you currently have bad enough, that you just do it, and you say,
Mhm.
okay, I'm going to learn to love this process. It's not going to be easy. I'm not going to like it. But it's going to be fun, and I'm going to love myself and my body at every part of it.
Well, I always quote this, but like the late great Richard Simmons once said, you can either have a moment of pain with a lifetime of happiness, or a moment of happiness for a lifetime of pain. You got to choose you have to choose your hard. Which one are you willing to sacrifice? Just a little bit of time in the gym, a little bit of time being conscious about what you're eating, or just let it go to shit. And whenever you get older, you're really struggling. It took a heart attack scare for me to like, boom, okay, I have to do something. I was 34 years old and thinking I was having a heart attack. Okay, it's time to do something. So yeah, sometimes people need that big wake up call. Sometimes people can do it on their own, but I think for me, the biggest message I could give to somebody is, if you're struggling, find somebody. Like I found this guy, or he found me. I don't know how you want to say
We
it.
found each other.
We found each other.
Oh,
We found each other.
How cute.
And
We're adorable.
it just made this journey a lot easier. Like I definitely couldn't have done it on my own. So yeah, find what works for you, and you'd be surprised on what all you can accomplish.
Find an accountability partner. I mean, if you can't do it on your own, find somebody to go with you. You know, ask around, ask friends, ask neighbors, ask strangers. Fuck it, who cares?
Yeah.
You know, find somebody. If you can't do it by yourself, find somebody to go with you. That's the biggest piece of advice I could probably tell anybody. You know, if you're struggling, you don't know where to go, where to start, ask people.
Find somebody that pushes you. You know what I mean? Find somebody that lifts you up and pushes you, because I've met a lot of people throughout my fitness journey that were supportive. But it wasn't really until I met Kaylin that I even knew what supportive was like, because holy crap, if I would have had this kind of support backing me through my fitness journey and through everything else that I've faced and fucked up and tried to fix in life, I'd be a better person. She's truly incredible. And you don't find very many people like her. So when you find a person that pushes you, stick with them. It's never going to be easy.
She knows the struggle, because I mean, like I said, she's a badass. She's lost 167 pounds and just like kicking ass and taking names, dude, marathons, all this shit. But do you think that it helps that she understands the struggle because she's been there and now she's on the other side of things?
No, that 100% helps.
Does that
Guaranteed.
help? Does that help?
It does.
With relating to like the struggle.
It makes people feel comfortable. It makes people feel like she's being genuine and real, and she is.
It
And
makes her feel more trustworthy as well, I would
it
assume,
is.
because
It's
she's been
an
there.
experience. It's an experience,
Yeah.
and not to mention, when people give excuse after excuse, she's there to knock them down because been there, done it, might have even said it. You know, just it really does make an incredible difference.
That's awesome. Well, we really, I was so excited for you to be on the podcast today, and I'm so glad that we'll have to have you on again. Hell, we'll have to have both you and Kaylin on.
I
and
know. I
just
feel
have
like we could talk forever, but we do see each other weekly, so.
I know, and you're gonna be there tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I should be.
Hell yeah,
Okay,
hell
awesome.
yeah. So we always like to end the podcast with a words of wisdom for people that are just, whether we're talking about starting something new or starting a new journey, their fitness journey, whatever it is. What would your best words of wisdom for somebody that is just getting started in a journey in their life?
There's a lot of words of wisdom, you know.
Lay them on us.
I'd say if I had to pick something out of all of the things that I've told myself and I've told others through these last several years, I think it would be to just not compare yourself to others. And don't compare yourself to the past you or your past body, because guess what? We're never going to look like we did when we were 18. And that's okay. We're not meant to look like that. And we might not even ever look like the person we see on TikTok or the person we see on social media every day that we like all their posts. We may not ever look like that, and that's okay. Just move your body, work on becoming a healthier version of yourself. It doesn't have to be some carved, skinny, muscular, super fit person. Just be proud of what you're able to do and what you're able to accomplish. And I promise that's going to get you so much farther in your fitness journey than trying to look like a certain person or look like a certain image. Just enjoy it and enjoy life, because it's way too short.
I've always said that comparison is a thief of joy. So if you always compare yourself to someone else and you look up to, I mean, it's okay to look up to someone else, but if you're trying to be like that person, you're never going to be like that person, because everybody's their own person. So if you're always trying to live your life to someone else's expectations, you're going to fall short every time, and you're going to look down on yourself. So just be the best person you can.
Absolutely.
Well, we really appreciate you taking the time with us. And to everybody that's watching, first of all, if you are curious about bungee fitness, which we'll have to show something, I don't know where I'll show it, but if you're curious about bungee fitness or strength training or just a good all-around environment to work out, get healthy, and build a community, you have to check out Deep Roots. I've been there a few times, and they're just great people over there. So check them out. We'll put their information in the description. And also, even if you're considering it, Hell, come out. They work out with us. They work out with us
Yeah.
on Wednesdays. Come
Every
out.
Wednesday, 7 o'clock at the local YMCA here in Brazil, Indiana.
Come out,
Come check
meet
us out.
them, meet all of us, have a good time, and you'll see how down to earth everybody is, how supportive everybody is, and how much motivation that they can provide. And it's just all around a good time of just moving your body and hanging out with friends.
At the end of the
And
day,
we're
we're
silly.
just a bunch of At the end of the day, we're just all hanging out to support each other and push each other. And if you're wanting to be part of that community, then by all means, the more the merrier.
We're just a bunch of misfits. Like really, that's what we are.
Yep.
We're the
We're the
people,
misfit toys, the
we're
island of
people that
misfit
don't
toys.
belong, that we
We
figured
take
out a place
nothing
that we
seriously. We just going for it.
Well,
Yeah,
Right.
and we just have fun with it, and like at the end of the day, it's just as an adult, it's so hard to make friends. I think, and it's so hard to find a community.
well, I'm not quite an adult yet, so I don't know,
But this is just
Okay,
an
old man.
opportunity. And it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. If you have a gym membership, a YMCA membership, or if you want to pay for the day pass, it costs nothing to work out with us. We're just a whole bunch of hoodlums, just working out, moving our body, having a good time.
That's right.
So come out, check out the Fatman Wednesdays every Wednesday at 7 p.m. at the local YMCA. Check out Deep Roots Fitness, and to everybody that's supported us here with the Fatman Project and the Fatman Podcast, thank you for
Thank
all
you
of your
very much.
support. We couldn't do this without all of you. Rocking the 10.5 thousand followers on TikTok, and we're everywhere on social media. So thank you for all the support and all the good words that you've shared with us, and all of your guys' story. We love being part of it. And at the end
and
of
the few haters we got, we love you too.
We love you too.
well, we couldn't do any of this stuff if it wasn't for you guys. So, but yeah, thank you for joining us. I'm Mitch.
And I'm Dustin, and this has been the Fat Man Podcast.
Hell yeah! Don't be a bitch.
Don't be a bitch.
Don't be a bitch.
That's right.